Mr. Bombastic. We want is a bombastic, romantic, fantastic lover.
What's up, AllNighter fan? Welcome to episode 5.
Dang.
Oh, dang.
5 in the end. Let's do it together.
5 and 7 for forever. Oh my gosh, welcome to Up All Night episode 5. Today, it is going to be a crazy topic that I have no idea about. But hey,
Neither.
I've got a friend.
By the way, thanks for those who watched our Father's Day special.
Not subscribe
and enjoyed it. What?
AllNighter.
Oh, AllNighter. Sorry. We hope you enjoyed our Father's Day special.
Yeah.
We actually got more.
We got a wider audience this time.
Yeah,
around.
like we thought that it wouldn't really be.
Yeah, to be
as
honest,
interesting because it was a bit more personal for us. But yeah, we got really good feedback. So yeah, thanks
fathers for
listening
dying
to our stories.
If you're wondering why our hair is serious today and why we look serious, it's because tonight it's a serious topic.
No, so we actually came.
It is pretty serious. But I just wanted to say my makeup or my eyes have been brought to you by Makeup by Judy. Everybody check out her link
in the
page.
description box below. We'll put it down there for you guys.
And if you want to also book an appointment, slide her a DM.
So our topic to you.
She's so nervous talking about this
I'm
topic.
not.
You are.
I'm just tired.
She's so nervous, guys.
I'm not nervous. Why would I be nervous?
I don't know, but still.
Anyway, our topic tonight was brought to you by one of our one of our all-nighter one of our all-nighters. We don't want to keep her anonymous because we're not really sure if she wants us to.
Her name is Lola.
Her name is
Lola.
We sort of it's between.
We're bringing to you a new word.
Yeah, we actually gonna have we've caught it.
We've made
a word specifically for this topic.
Yeah.
And the word is
Fr-Elationships.
If you didn't catch that, it's
Fr-Elationships.
Yes.
Friendships
with a F.
And relationships.
Correct.
How do these things work out?
Do they work?
Do they not?
Do they don't?
Do they
work? Do they not?
But people marry their best friends apparently. You know how they say like that? I married my best friend. You know how they say
I feel
that?
like they become best friends and that's how they when they're together. You know? It's not I don't think it's they were friends first.
Well, I read this article that said you actually don't marry your best friend because there's still things that you wouldn't vent to your husband about that you would vent to your best friend about.
But see, I would. I don't think. Maybe particular things, but I feel like honestly, most couples I know, married couples I know, they tell each other everything.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not about them. Do you know what I mean?
But that's the thing. You tell your best friends about things about yourself.
That's true. That's true.
Define best friend.
That's true.
Anyways, we've got a whole heap of questions that we're hoping to talk about.
So many scenarios, it's such a broad topic, like I don't even think we'd be able to fit it all in this one segment.
We won't.
And because we're trying to shorten our videos because, you know, we don't own YouTube or anything like that. It's our 30-minute long videos.
Not yet.
Who do we think we are? Anyway.
A super STAR. Okay. No?
Honestly, is that a song?
Yes. Who do you think you are? A super STAR superstar. Oh my gosh.
All I think about, who do you think you are? Oh, what was it? Who do you think you are? Oh, wait, am I thinking Spice Girls? There's a Spice Girls song, something like that. Some kind of superstar. No. Alright, never mind. Anyway, so let's get right into it.
Let's get deep in the
because we already know that a lot of you that are watching right now are like, oh my god, this is me right now.
I have a friend that I like, but I can't tell them.
Correct.
Let's go there.
Or you've experienced in the past.
Yeah, and we really want to know
it's
what you guys
actually more
think.
common than I think people think.
Yeah,
You're not the only one,
common.
sis. You're not the only one, bro. it happens more often than you think. So let's jump right in.
Let's jump right in. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm serious here. Alright, okay, question 1. We kind of like just put the questions all in order just to kind of thing. First question is...
Oh, yummy. Twinings, lemon and ginger. Added a little bit of honey to that. Or first scenario.
First scenario, I think I did it.
Can you be friends with the opposite sex without developing feelings?
Can you be friends with the opposite sex without developing feelings? In my experience, yes.
Yes.
In many people's experiences, no. I just think people, it's a choice.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know. You reckon, like...
I think it depends on the...
relationship that you have with them?
Yeah. Like, it depends on the depth of the relationship sometimes. Like, how close you are or how well you know each other. Because I feel like a lot of people are friends, like, and they don't mean to be anything more or to develop feelings. But I think once you get to know a person, like, and you see the good, well, obviously you don't become friends with people you dislike or people that have attributes that you don't want to be around. Like, you actually, like, you befriend people, you pretty much attract people like yourself. I think, like, or at least close enough, you know?
So how do like feelings
So I
develop?
feel like they develop because it's like, like, you just get to know them, and then obviously, like, you already, like, you love them at some level as a friend.
Do you think, I just think...
And then it just, I don't know, you start, maybe if you just spend too much time with someone, you end up just looking at
Okay, this is what I think. I think that you can be friends with someone and not develop feelings for them. But then I think at the same time, when one person, all it takes is one person to just ask that question, like...
And it stuffs it all up.
Yeah, like they're like, are you guys dating? Or have you guys ever thought about dating? Or you guys are really close. Like, are you guys together or anything? Like, I reckon sometimes people plant the seed in your head. And then you start to develop feelings.
No, that's definitely a big one. I reckon, like, and when people start, I think, like, they egg you on, like,
yeah, because he does this.
Like, yeah, and then, but why does he care? Or, like, why do you care? Or, like, you know?
Yeah, like, people,
And then all of a sudden, you start to think of things in your head, like, oh my gosh, am I missing these signs?
Exactly.
Are there signs?
Is he
what
actually
should
trying
I be
to say
looking?
something?
Yeah, what should I be looking out for? And then you start to develop.
That's when you start.
That's when.
That's what I reckon.
That's actually so true.
Because because they start to point out the things.
No,
like,
do you know what?
He always picks you up. Like, listen, this is not okay. He always picks you up. He always calls you when he's doing this. He always makes sure that you're there, or whenever we're around.
Or she.
She. But you know what I mean? Like, whenever you're around, they're just like different than themselves. They're more normal. And it's worse when the family's like, man, you just bring out the best in that person. Like, what is it? Like, they are different when they're with you. And like, just because of that, like, at first you could be like thinking, yeah, we're all boys, but then when people plant the seed, it's like your mind
it changes your perspective. Like, if you're the person that they're planting the seed in, like, if your other friends are telling you, like, oh man, like, you know, putting things in your head, you start to look at them differently.
Because you're
you
looking
don't
for the
mean
signs.
to, but it's just like, it's the pressure of people, and it's like, man, okay. And then you start thinking, oh, maybe I am missing things.
Yeah.
And then you start building all this crap up in your head. And hey, like, maybe for some people it's worked, like, it's actually
worked for their benefit.
Yeah, it's happened and it's been good. And but I feel like there's a lot more disappointment that comes from it because of misreading things or listening to other people, if that makes sense.
I think there's a lot more disappointment with people who actually try it and then...
That's what I mean, yeah.
Rather than like I think there's more disappointment in that than disappointment in terms of the boy or the girl rejecting them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like I feel like because the best friend, like some might go, oh, actually, yeah, that's so true. Like there's is some kind of chemistry that they go in and they try it, and because they've tried it, that's when it becomes
because once you
disappointment.
once you bring that,
that's the question.
once you start talking about feelings, it changes everything.
Does it?
I reckon it does. Like I honestly believe. Actually, I know. I know it does. Like, yeah, it definitely does. Well, in my experiences, like every one of my experiences that I've experienced with this certain topic, yeah, none of them have worked out to be like, maybe at the time we thought it was a good idea, but at the end of it all, I feel like we just lost a really good friendship. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's like, if anything, it's like I don't really miss them for what could have been. I miss the friendship more, because that part meant way more to me than anything else. And then the fact that like we overthought everything and like overstepped the line, like we crossed the line. It's hard to turn back. It is.
See, so the question was, can you go back to being friends when you've crossed the line?
I think you can. It depends on the. Depends on the people. I think you can. Like there's a possibility, but I wouldn't try.
A higher chance.
Like I wouldn't try. Like there's for me, it's like once I've. Well, for me personally, like if I've developed feelings for someone, and they're quite strong feelings, and then like it doesn't work out, or like for me, it's like, what's the point of going back to being friends? Because it's hard. Like once you develop those feelings, you can't turn them off. You can't turn them on and off. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can be like good and well and over it and everything like that, but you don't know, like at some point down the line.
So you reckon
those feelings might come back and you're in the same cycle.
So you reckon that it's better for you to love them from afar than for them to know?
It's not really loving them from afar, but it's more giving yourself...
Loving them closely but next door.
No, but it's more like being... loving yourself and like knowing what you deserve. Like, do you know what I mean? And not hanging around someone that... Not like nothing against them, but knowing how you feel about them and expecting them to one day turn around and, like, do you know what I mean? Or hoping that one day they're going to turn around and be like, oh, you know what? Actually, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Like you're literally just hurting yourself doing that. Because honestly, like if they felt the same way.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Like that's the question. The thing is, how do you decide whether to tell them or not? Because it's like you said, you should love yourself enough to kind of like...
Yeah. If you want something more from them, that's when you tell them. If you can't handle just being their friend and their friend alone without expecting anything else, then that's up to you. But if you want something more and you're not going to sit around and wait, you're better off telling them and finding out if they want you or not.
Yeah.
I'd rather it
but
be a no.
But only if you want more.
Correct. Like, I'd rather it be a no.
I try to hide it from them, then...
Not hide it, but if you don't want anything to... Like, because you can develop feelings for people and not have to like...
Don't want to pursue
You don't want to pursue anything from it.
I reckon you can, but only when you have completely let go of everything. Because sometimes people go, yeah, we can be friends, and then when they see them in another relationship, they're salty as hell.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I feel like you can just be like the high and buys.
Like acquaintances.
Like acquaintances. Like, oh, hey, how are you? How's the family? Blah, blah, blah.
But can't it's not
going to be like,
boys
hey, let's go grab, like, let's go eat, or let's go hang out, let's go movies and stuff like that. Like, no more, I think. Yeah, honestly, I think it's...
I think you answered
if you want more from your friendship and you've developed very strong feelings, then you lay it down. And if it's a no, so be it. At least you know, and you stop wondering and hoping what's going to come of your relationship. But if you have feelings and you don't really want to pursue anything with that person, or you can't, or whatever the reason, that's up to you what you do. Kidding. No, I'm kidding. That's not the reason why.
She just promoted herself.
A little bit.
Okay, how close would you allow your single friends to be with your partner?
Oh, that's a totally different
aspect. Fr-Elationships.
Fr-Elationships.
See, because the thing is, like, sadly, as sad as it sounds, it actually happens. Like, people, even though you could be best buddies and stuff like that, the reality is, even your best friends could ruin your relationship because they get too close to your partner.
Oh, that's so weird.
So, how close would you let them be? Like, would you be that trusting that, let's say, for example, you went away on a business trip and your friend needed somewhere to stay?
Nah. Straight away, no. And it's not even because, I'm afraid they're going to do something. It's just that you just don't. I think maybe in the culture, like you just
common sense.
Not just the culture. I think everyone. It's common sense. Like you just don't leave another woman, no matter who it is, your sister, your cousin, your friend, your mother.
Really?
Yeah. I don't. Nah. I wouldn't. I don't. Yeah. Like it's a different story if she was there with her husband and their kids or their family. You know. Yeah. That's fine.
But what if, like, you were away on a trip and your sister called and said, hey, I've just flew in or something.
I'd be like,
I want to come over to your house.
Go stay with anyone else of the family.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Jeez. And it's not, I just feel like it's weird. Like, you wouldn't.
But what if you had kids and stuff, though?
That doesn't matter, does it?
See, I would trust my sisters.
Oh, it's not that. Are you kidding? I trust my sisters, but it's just, I feel like it's, what is it called? Like...
Les muffs?
Yeah, like, it's a bit not les muffs, but like...
I don't think so.
It's respectful to not leave, like, I think it's just respect. That's my opinion, anyway.
That's so stupid.
It's not stupid.
It is.
No, not to me.
So stupid. Like...
It doesn't matter.
My sister, so if I went away and like my husband and my kids were at home and my sister calls me and she's like, sis, I'm back, blah, 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 I just need to go somewhere to sleep, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, just go home. Like I wouldn't think twice about that.
But see,
friends, on the other hand, for me,
sis, there's things that have happened in this world, like
I know.
Yeah, it's been friends, cousins.
Would
sisters.
you let your friend go out to like let's say for example they worked in the same area, like they worked in like the shopping center, and would you let them go out to have lunch together?
What do you mean? Like
you worked at the post office, he worked at the bank or at the plaza, and they go out and have lunch together every day.
Who cares? It's different.
Why is it different?
Because they work together. Like if they want to have lunch together, that's fine.
Every day.
Like as close as I am to my sister's husbands,
but people
it's not like we'd be like, oh, let's eat. Who's honestly?
Okay, so when would it become suspicious? Hear some
people like.
When would it become suspicious to you? So like, let's say for example.
What do you mean suspicious?
Like 5 days of the week, like you said, I would never like.
5 days of the week.
5 days of the week, and every day they were going out to lunch. You would not be suspicious. When you just finished saying, I would never, like you would.
But see, that's the thing. It's not because I think something's gonna happen. It's just my opinion. Like the thing with the lunch, it's not. I wouldn't care because they're just going. They're going to lunch every day if they want to. I'm just gonna be like, is all good going to lunch every day? But that's the thing. I would always just speak. I would always just say if I had a gut feeling. See, that's the thing. If I had a feeling there was something going on, I would say something. But if I didn't and I completely trusted them at that point, I'd be like, yeah, all good.
So the answer to the question is, how close would you allow your single friends to be with your partner? But it's not even just single friends. It could be.
And that's what I mean. It's single friends, married friends. It doesn't matter who it is. Cousins, sisters.
See, because I know people who've just like, hell no.
I think for me, it'll depend on my friend.
Yeah. So, for example, if I was going out to lunch with your friend or with your husband every day, you would not think anything of it.
Never.
Yeah, neither.
Because but what if it was me going out with your husband to lunch every day?
I would not think anything of it.
Oh, see. But that's what I mean.
But
like, you know your friends and you know who to get close. Like, I think you know.
But then at the same time, if you know your friends, why are you friends with that person that you know that could possibly be the friend that hurts you?
You know, you have friends for different reasons. Okay, I feel.
Tell me your reasons. Why? No, what are you using me for this time?
Like, you have friends who've just always been there, even though they do some stuffed up stuff. They're like, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
But so have you. Like, do you know what I mean?
I've got some friends like that.
You're not wrong, but like you've had friends that you've just had forever, like, and they're friends that you'll never let go of. You know?
Yeah, regardless of what they do, stuff you love them.
Like, you know they've done stuff, they know you've done stuff, but you'll always be friends. And then there's friends who like come into your life later on, who like, you know, you do the
your party friends.
Yeah, like then you have your party friends you go out with and stuff. Then you have your friends who
your dinner friends and your venting friends. Man, you're
your
a
church
user.
friends. Then you have.
I just have a group of friends. That's it.
Whatever. Yeah, I want to know other people's opinions on it, eh? Or like experiences, like how it's been. Like, I'm sure some people, they're like, yeah, my friends are close with my husband.
And some of them are probably like, hell no, I've lost friends because of that. And there's a lot of sad, sick things happening.
Kobe.
No, you just yawned in front of the AllNighters. Jeez.
Oh my gosh, this tea's putting me to sleep. It's lemon ginger. It's got a bit of honey. It's so good.
All right. If you have a really close friend, right? Okay. Very close. You grew up with that person, and you got just like buddies. Like, you loved each other. You know each other inside out.
Buddy old pal.
And then you end up in a relationship with someone else. And you really love this person. If it kind of reminds me of Harvey Specter and Donna. Oh my gosh.
I need to catch up on season 8.
Check it out. Anyways.
Oh my gosh.
So basically,
I love Donna and Harvey Specter. They're like my
ultimate. I know.
They're just that.
Oh, it's like that tension
literally,
they have. Just hurry up and get together.
They are this topic all in one. They
That's
are
so
this
true.
topic. They're relationships.
They're relationships.
And they're afraid. To let anything happen because they're afraid to lose each other as well.
But yeah, so that's the thing. You know, what if your friend tells you, of your partner says to you, I don't want you seeing that person anymore. Let's say I had a really close guy friend. I loved him. I grew up. He knows everything about me. I know everything about him. We just know how we click. Like, we just mesh really well.
Natural chemistry.
And then, and you have no feelings or anything towards them. And then you have a boyfriend, and then you start liking, you fall in love with this guy or girl, and then they say, they just tell you they don't feel comfortable with you around them.
Ooh.
What would you do
if a young man came to you?
What would you do?
Would you tell him the truth? Oh. That's hard. That's really hard. Like, if my husband said, I don't feel comfortable with you hanging out with.
See, I had a friend in high school who had to do that, and we had to not be friends. And that lasted a week.
That's high school. That's stupid.
And then we became friends again. Like, he's not your husband.
It's hard to say.
It was just someone that you were in love with.
Oh, okay.
In
a relationship
in your relationship with, and you.
I'd be like, mate, you better be marrying me if you're asking me to give up friends for you.
That's true.
But I don't know, like, oh, that's okay. I'm gonna have to flip it so that I can see where he's coming from. For example, if it was him that was that had a relationship like that, and I was the one that felt uncomfortable.
You would be telling him he better ditch her. See, but there would be reasons why that you'd be uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, that's true. Like, it wouldn't have been just because they're close. Like, it would be because of, like,
they've had
how
a history before?
I see them. Well, see, for me, I can, like, you know, you can just tell. When you can just see and tell, like,
yeah. So like, what if like you can see that he's not into her, but she's into him, but you know that he would be faithful to you? Would you still tell him to?
I would beat her ass.
Or would you Would you warn him of these things? But then at the same time, you don't want to plant it in his mind.
That's the thing, because once you say it, they're gonna. It's that planting in the mind.
Look at this planting the seeds things. Might as well become a gardener.
I don't.
So the question.
I don't know what I would do. Like, I think I know what I would do, but I think when I flip it around, I'm just like, if I asked him to do it, like.
I reckon he just better have a really good reason.
That's it. It depends on
it's
the
like,
reason.
Why are you telling me to like not be friends with him? And
like,
if he says like he can see.
If I had,
like if he says I know that he likes you and you just don't know it because you're blind, blah blah blah. I think at the same time I would still be like, but I don't like him. It's not about that. It's the fact that I don't like him. You should trust me.
Yeah, but it's the fact that it makes them uncomfortable, like your partner. Like,
I reckon a lot of people would be like, well, don't you trust me? Do you trust me? You're not in the relationship with them. You know what I mean?
Do you know the amount of times people use that, do you trust me? And then stuff still happens.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. I feel like a lot of people will use that as a way to get out of it. But I don't know. Like, is it worth?
It's like
really
why?
Losing
It's okay. This for me, because I have a lot of married friends. Okay, and a lot of my married friends, I'm friends with the guys. Some of them, the guys and the wives. And for me, like once they get married, I'm like obviously not messaging them all the time, calling them all the time, hanging out with them all the time. Like they've got their lives. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, I'll always be there if you need me. Like, if there's anything that you need me to do, if you ever need to talk or like stuff like that. But I would always
you shouldn't be in the beck and call.
Correct. I would always be the one to be like, oh no. I'd encourage them to talk to their wives, and like, yeah, like it's not we've lost our relationship. It's just more I respect their marriage, I respect their relationships, and I don't see the need for me to be in their life as much anymore. Does that make sense?
Respect. Okay. So that question is it okay for your partner to have a best friend of the opposite sex?
This the remix. Feelings so deep in my feelings. No, this ain't really like me. Can't control my anxiety.